Hello there. What I want you to do now is an assignment where you design your own earrings and pendants using the parametric smart objects that are on your system. So if you start Blender up, what I want you to do is to go to the Pendants folder and use one of these objects here. So the triangle, the square, the circle, etc. And then also go to the earrings folder, same sort of objects. And you can use these as the outline for your earring and pendant. Now, if you drag and drop the square one onto the workspace and hit the P key on the keyboard. Now, before I click to position it, I'm scrolling the center mouse button towards me. And you see there's a lot of objects there. These are all parametric smart objects. Now, to centralize things, if I click the mouse outside of that box, that will put this basic square, which is the basis for my earring, in the middle of the screen. And what I'm going to do is to put some more parametric smart objects in the middle of there to create a design for an earring or a pendant. Now, at this point, I want to click here and turn that little magnet on, the snap on, because when I click on a square up at the top there, with the magnet on, when I try and move it, and if this isn't selected, select this icon over here so that you've got the green and the red, I can move that down and position it exactly in the middle of the screen. Without the snap on, it's a bit more difficult. If I choose a circle as part of my design, if I move that across, that'll position it exactly in the middle of the screen. If I select a line over here, and I'm going to need a line because I need to join all of my objects up together. Now, at that point, I need to zoom back in to pull that one up into the center. Otherwise, the snap would have taken it up to this line. Okay, so I've got a square and a circle and a line, but this line doesn't quite go up to the edge of my earring or pendant. So what you need to do is, with the line selected, if you go to edit mode, click on the point at the end, and at this point you can switch the snap off, and I need to switch move on to get the arrows. And if I just zoom in by scrolling the center mouse button away from me, if I move that dot into the middle there and I go to the other side and move the dot, it's a control point actually, to the middle of there, what I've done is I've overlapped this line with these two with the circle and the square, and with my outline. And if I now go to object mode, so we come out of edit mode, if I hold down the shift key and click on the square and the circle, and I must hold down the shift key and select this object last. And if I do that and go to object and join, then these three parametric smart objects, the line, the square and the circle in the middle, take on the same dimensions as this. So I've created a design for an earring or a pendant. To complete it, I do need to add a finding, so I would need to drag and drop this onto the workspace. But also, in terms of earrings, if I press the N key on the keyboard and go to item over here, at the moment this is 2 millimeters deep. It's 2 millimeters into the board, into the screen, sorry. So that's too heavy for an earring. It's okay for a pendant, but too heavy for an earring. So what you need to do is to go to cross-section bevel objects, scroll down to near the bottom and select the square that's second from the bottom. And if you drag and drop that onto the workspace and hit the P key and click outside of the box, okay? So the name of this is X, cross-section bevel object is the name of it. And to apply this to the earring, to reduce this down to 1 millimeters, you need to select the earring design that you come up with. You need to go to the object data properties. So over here, you need to click on this icon with the curve on it, and you need to go to geometry. And at the moment, the bevel object, that's what this thing is called that we've dragged onto the screen. The bevel object at the moment is 1 by 2 millimeters. It's 2 millimeters deep. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of objects on the screen, so you've got to scroll all the way down to the very bottom. The very last object is the cross-section bevel object, and when you select that one, it thins down to 1 millimeters, and that will reduce the weight of it. Okay? So that's essentially what I want you to do. So go to earrings and pendants, choose an outline for your earring and pendant, and drag and drop these objects here into the middle of the screen and join them together, and then put a ring at the top. Now, after you've done that, you must always go to File and export it as an OBJ file. And I just export it to the desktop of my machine. And then you should always repair them in Netfab Basic. That way, it's 3D printable. Okay, so that's what I want you to do in this assignment. So good luck, and hope you find it. I hope you do it okay. Thanks for watching.